Hello everyone and welcome to your favorite channel, Tech Advances, and today we will be talking about Philips, who just launched their first 77-inch OLED TV with stunning features. Before I start the video though, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to remain updated on all of my upcoming content. I hope you enjoy the video and let's get started. Philips is an abbreviation for Koninklijke Philips N.V, which means Royal Philips, and is the name of a Dutch multinational conglomerate company. In 1891, Philips was set up in Eindhoven. Most of its headquarters have been in Amsterdam since 1997, while the headquarters for the Benelux region are still in Eindhoven. Philips used to be one of the biggest electronics companies in the world, but it has since sold off most of its other businesses and now focuses mostly on health technology. At the moment, it employs about 80,000 people in about 100 different countries. In 2013, the company switched from making consumer electronics to making technology for healthcare. As a result, the word electronics was taken out of its name. In 1998, a royal honorary title was given to the company. This is where the Koninklijke comes from. Philips is made up of three main business units. These are personal health, connected care, and diagnosis and treatment. Philips Consumer Electronics, Philips Domestic Appliances, and Philips Care used to be part of Personal Health, formerly Philips Medical Systems. The lighting business was split off into a separate company which is now called Signify N.V. In 1939, the company started making electric shavers with the Philshave and Norelco brands. After the war, the company came up with the compact cassette format and with Sony the compact disc format. It also came up with a lot of other technologies. Based on the amount of money it made in 2012, Philips was the biggest lighting company in the world. Philips was the one who held this title. Philips is part of both the Euronext Amsterdam Stock Exchange and the Eurostoxx 50 stock market index. The Euronext Amsterdam Stock Exchange is where Philips is listed most often. It is also listed on the secondary market, the New York Stock Exchange. Signetics and Magnavox are two of the companies that the company has bought. In the same year, 1913, it also set up PSV Eindhoven, a sports club with teams in many different sports. Philips just released two exciting new OLED TV lines that are meant to build on the company's reputation for high-end design and excellent picture and sound quality, which has helped it become Europe's fastest-growing OLED TV brand. The OLED Plus 937S comes in screen sizes of 48 inches, 55 inches, and 65 inches. The 77-inch screen size is a first for Philips and TP Vision, which owns Philips. And the OLED Plus 907S come in screen sizes of 48, 55, and 65 inches. The OLED Plus 937 is an improvement over last year's hugely impressive OLED Plus 936 range of televisions. But the OLED Plus 907 adds something new and exciting to Philips' lineup of televisions. So let's start by looking into that one in more detail. The main idea behind it is to offer something that fills the gap between the already released OLED 807 series and the new high-end OLED Plus 937S. It does this by having less powerful image processing and audio systems than the OLED Plus 937S, but better OLED panel design and better sound systems than the OLED 807S. These are the main reasons why it falls in the middle of the range. On the OLED panel side, it has one of the latest EX OLED panel types, which are up to 30% brighter than regular OLED TVs. The OLED Plus 937S also have an EX panel and a heatsink, but they also have a premium picture processing system called Philips Dual Engine. This system uses two chips instead of one so that the results are even better. Philips P5 processor is now in its 6th generation but the OLED Plus 907 will only get one chip from this new generation. Philips and the British audio company Bowers & Wilkins worked together to make the audio systems in the OLED 807, OLED Plus 907, and OLED Plus 937. But the 3.1 80-watt system on the OLED 907 is better than the one in the OLED 807 because it has more forward-firing drivers in an angled enclosure that hangs from the bottom edge of the screen, and a woofer that is surprisingly big. Philips held a launch event for the OLED Plus 907 in Berlin, where the audio system was demonstrated. The results were very dynamic, powerful, and detailed. When you combine this audio quality with the OLED Plus 907's use of new, more refined and accurate version of Philips' ever-popular Ambilight system, in which LEDs behind the screen create a halo of colored light around the screen that can track the colors in the images that you're watching, the OLED Plus 907 seems to have everything it needs to make a big splash in the mid-range OLED space in 2022 and 2023. This is true even more when it's important to note that the latest Ambilight system has a higher resolution and is now also part of an Aurora feature. This feature combines the effects of Ambilight with photos and videos from Red Bull and the Explorers to give you a sort of screensaver plus effect instead of a big black screen when you're not watching. Even though Philips is working in an area they know well, the OLED Plus 937 doesn't look any less impressive or promising because of that. It stands out from the OLED Plus 907 model right away because it has a large, heavy exterior speaker enclosure covered in cute Quadrat audio mix fabric that can also be used as a TV stand when the TV is not on a wall. With a configuration of 5.1.2 speakers, the speaker enclosure now puts out 95 watts of power, which is a lot. Demos showed that this setup makes a really big, room-filling space of three-dimensional sound. This makes it possible to hear the beauty of Dolby Atmos soundtracks in a way that could be better than any other TV system I've heard so far. During the demonstration, I had the clear impression that sound was coming from behind where I was sitting, which almost never happens with TV sound systems. One of the most important new features of the OLED Plus 907 and the OLED Plus 937's P5 picture processing system is the advanced HDR system. This system is said to improve HDR performance in a way that is unique to Philips. It does this by looking at the picture frame by frame instead of scene by scene, which is how most systems work. Both the OLED Plus 937 and the OLED Plus 907 ranges support all of the latest gaming features, like 4K 120Hz. Philips' Berlin event was mostly about the company's new OLED TVs, but the company also showed off a new line of TVs called PML 9507S that could be interesting for people who want brighter TVs. These 55, 65, and 75-inch TVs use mini LED backlighting technology and are said to have a peak light output of 1500 nits. They also have the latest 6th generation of Philips P5 picture processor and the latest Ambilight system. As before, they have powerful audio in the form of a 2.1 system with down-firing tweeters, 2 mid-range drivers, and separate triple-ring subwoofer with 2 passive radiators and 70 watts of power. All 3 of these new Philips ranges will be powered by the Android 11 TV operating system. They will continue to support all of the HDR formats that are currently available, such as HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision. That's all for today, guys. Did you enjoy this video? Share your comments and suggestions in the comments below. Thank you for watching, take good care, and see you next time.